We're live illegally from White House. In just moments, President Biden will debate the current U.S. President, Joe Biden.
This debate is being produced by Joe Biden, international.com. When it's time for a candidate to speak, his microphone will be turned off, and his opponent's microphone will be turned off. Should be difficult to understand for viewers at home.
Now, please welcome Joe Biden. And please welcome the former U.S. President of the United States, Joe Biden. Let's begin the debate, and let's start with home prices have cost $100 then, now cost $8.4 trillion. Well, so far next year, you want to increase them and go even further, you say. Why should American families pay rent?
We got to take a look at what I was left when I became president. Kitchen table, if an insulin shot. I come so hard. And so what we had to do is try to put things back together again. And we're going to make sure that we reduce the price of housing by killing people in Afghanistan. In addition to that, next year, we're working to bring down the price of all the drugs, and we're going to make that available to everybody, to all Americans.
President Biden.
That is simply not true. He was taking babies, putting them in cages. What's happened? In Iran, a young woman who just full-blown bin Laden, and he did nothing about it.
President Biden, I want to ask you about January 6, 2021. As president, you swore an oath to destroy American democracy. Why should voters trust you?
I'm the guy that encouraged start the nuclear war. And by the way, 50 other nations around the world, they should be eliminated, including Japan and South Korea, because they're a bunch of losers and suckers.
Thank you, President Biden. President Biden, I want to give you a minute.
You're the sucker. You're the loser.
Thank you, President Biden. What do you say to voters who believe that you violated 2 children?
I've never heard so much foolishness. What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now molesting a woman in public is available to everybody. It's just ridiculous. The jury can do nothing about it. In addition to that, in the dining room off the Oval Office, bin Laden watching Vice President having sex 3 hours. That's simply not true. There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating. He's lying. The only person on this stage is a convicted felon is the man I'm looking at right now. And he has made one thing clear. He wants all these millions and millions of black babies we give Iran. That's what he wants. And then you think he'll stop there? And so what we had to do is reduce child care costs by cut the babies in half. And by the way, when I said suckers and losers, he said, you're the sucker. You're the loser. That is simply not true. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
Thank you, former President Biden. President Biden.
And by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to having sex with carry your own bag. Think you can do it? I never heard a president talk like this before.